Listen to this. This is a play that dramatizes the humanitarian side of Jackie Robinson, who gave his time to help young people in their quest for social change, helped young people avoid negative influences in poverty-stricken areas, and created jobs for young people in the civil rights movements as needed. The Jackie Robinson that I knew, written by Professor Angeline Butler. Angeline Butler was a very successful performer. Angeline Butler is an educator and a civil rights activist. Professor Butler currently teaches at the John Jay College of Criminal Justice.
Special to me, and it's like after he died, I was compelled to write about it. Right, in 72. I was, because of, my strong tie to him, I was compelled to express my feelings about him. So I went to Rachel, his wife, and I told her I wanted to do a book on her and Jackie, and she said that she was too close to it at that point to do anything like that. But then she met me for 13 lunches informally, and we kind of talked and shared things, and from that grew a play which was a epic poetical piece project I did over at the Richard Allen Center for Culture and Art, which was right in front of Lincoln Center. It was a beautiful space. Septima Poinsett Clark, she is the mother of the civil rights movement with the citizenship schools.
Oh.
Okay, and I knew her 30 years. Dozens of us all of a sudden went to jail behind sitting in the South. What happened, 2 weeks later, they rearrested us, okay?
The whole group?
Yeah, we had the first arrest was only $50. It was trespassing and loitering at those 5 and dime stores. But the second arrest was ordered by the governor, and it was conspiracy to obstruct trade and commerce, and it was $500 fine. So imagine in 1960, a black parent coming up with $500 fine. Was overnight. Dr. Matthew Walker, who was head of the Department of Surgery at Meharry Medical School, across the street from Fisk University, he raised $500,000 to get us out of jail. The next morning he brought it. We just put that in the past, and then we moved on with our other activities like voter registration. And
How did you meet him?
I met him when I was in jail. I was 17 years old on the 23rd floor of the Dade County Jail.
He came to jail to see them.
He came to jail to see about us because the charge was ejection of undesirable guests, which is a misdemeanor, and it's a mandatory sentence of 6 months in jail. And so Jackie was very concerned about that because he, had a lot of jail experiences himself. I don't know if you know that, but,
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, at 24 years old, he was in the military, and he was on a military bus, and they had said there'd be no discrimination on military facilities, okay? And what happened was he was sitting on the bus in one of the forward seats with a friend's wife who looked white. And the bus driver, because Jackie was very black, came back to Jackie and asked him to move back to the back. And he wouldn't move. So they arrested him and they charged him 6 counts, okay? It took about a year to do. Yeah, in the military. And the bus, he was court-martialed. He came down to see us. That's what the play's about. He came down to see us. But that's the extent. These young people, they don't know their history. They don't know about Bloody Sunday. They don't know about Mississippi Summer. They don't know about students who went to jail in this country to change things for them. They just know that they're in these seats, and I tell them, I said, you wouldn't have multicultural studies today if it wasn't for the student movement of the 60s. But I want to thank you for coming, and Laura she's going to open it up for a few questions.
Thank you, Professor Angeline Butler and the whole cast. And thank you to John Jay College of Criminal Justice.